Thank you for all the kind words. Thank you for all the support. We got this watch sold. This is the Patek 5167A. Now you can't really tell, but that is a left-handed Sprite. Now this one is a 2020 new green card. We got the Panda Daytona. The two-tone Daytonas alone tend to be a little bit slower movers. This next piece is a little bit more exciting. I'm not here to look at this box. I'm here to look at what's inside. That is amazing. It's a little bit later in the day, but before we go, I wanted to film these unboxings, unpackage these, get them into the systems, but of course, show you guys what we got in. So we're gonna start with this one. I'll be honest, I think I know which one this one is, but I don't quite remember, but I wanna say I know. So we'll see, but let me go ahead and just get this opened up. Of course, my routine is I'm gonna rate the packaging job here. You know, first glance, got a little bit of space here. Prefer a little bit more packaging right there. You know, it's not the end of the world, but you know, I can't say it's been perfect thus far. This is nice and tight in there. This is nice and compacted. If I could get a little bit of tape right there, that'd be nice. You know, just so it's not flopping around. Now, again, not necessary, but hey, you know what? I'm the one rating, not you. So we're gonna go ahead and get this unrolled. Oh, you know what? We had one on the outside. We got one on the inside. And it was taped. You know, ultimately, this is a pretty good packaging job. I wanna be careful cutting this open with the razor. I don't wanna hit the box, of course, so here we are. There was no label on the inside. I'm gonna have to rate this one about a 6 to 8 out of 10. There's a lot more room for improvement, but it wasn't the worst that I've seen. Okay, let's go ahead and see which watch we got in. Now, you can't really tell, but that is a left-handed Sprite. You know, coincidentally, I have a Sprite on Jubilee right here. You know, this is actually the third Sprite, or the fourth Sprite that we've gotten in this week. We have moved a couple, so, you know, we're happy to bring this one in and move it as well. The price on this one is right here. It's gonna pop up on the screen. So if you guys are interested in this watch, go ahead and text this number. See that? So text this number if you're interested in this, or if in any of these watches, or maybe you want to do what these individuals are doing, which this one right here is a consignment. We're happy to bring this one in for a very, very amazing and awesome consigner of ours who shall remain nameless because we protect our clients' identities. So I really do enjoy the Sprites. I think that they've received a lot more love than I was originally expecting when they came out. Very excited to bring that one in and, of course, get it sold. So that's what we do. We bring watches in to sell. We don't bring them into stock. Now, I do know what is in this package right here, and it's two separate watches. So this one came in from a longtime client and now good friend of ours, and he's been a good client of ours for several years now. Now, number one, we got the label. That's perfect. That's amazing. That's in case if this outer label right here gets compromised, they can open it up, and they got that second one just in case. So I've got some good packaging material right here, and it looks like we have an extra box in there. So look at that. It's not you know, shoved to the side. We got all equal amounts of space around this extra box. So I gotta say, thus far, I am very happy with this packaging job. And we even have a little bit of packaging on the bottom. So far, so good. Attention to detail has been very, very good. It's not over yet. Got a little bit of extra cushion right there. And look at this. We have two that are individually wrapped in large bubble wrap, and it's taped around. And it looks like the watches are right side up. Haven't opened this yet, but this is gonna be a solid 8.5. That is a monstrous score. Since we started rating these, you guys have gotten better and better with the packaging. So we haven't seen a 10 out of 10 yet. I'm waiting for it to happen. All right, let's go ahead and see. You know what I'm gonna try to do? I'm gonna try to do these in a simultaneous fashion. And it's not gonna work. Okay. All right, number one. Oh, we got the root beer. Now this one is a 2020 new green card. Now what that means is that it's got the new style card that they still come out with today. If you get the old style card, you still have a beautiful watch, but unfortunately it devalues the watch a little bit. And so, you know, you can't get the premium. This one has the new style card, which is awesome. And so this is a really, really wonderful looking watch. From first glance, this is in absolute mint condition. It looks absolutely incredible. This is also, both of these are also consignment. So very, very happy to bring these in and get these moved and sold for our dear client and dear friend of ours. Was first client, now friend, still a client. Yeah, the price on this one is right here. And so if you guys are interested in this piece, if you've been wanting a root beer, looking for a root beer, go ahead and text this number. It goes right to me. I'd love to send you some pictures of this and talk a little bit about the details, send some more detailed photos on the condition. Let's go ahead and see what the second one is. We got the Panda Daytona. Now, I do have a few clients that have already been asking me for the Panda Daytona. That does not necessarily mean that this will be sold though. I will say that I have many clients who ask for Panda Daytonas or other watches, and then when I get them in, for some reason, they get cold feet. So this one's a 2023. It's got some stickers. To my knowledge, this was worn one time. It looks like it was worn never. I mean, this looks absolutely brand new. We have this for a phenomenal price. The price is right there. If you guys are interested in getting a Panda, if you've been looking for a Panda, waiting for an opportunity to buy one, here we are. We have one for you. We would love to sell this to you guys. If you're a first-time client, let's make a deal. Let's make this happen. Let's go ahead and start to build a relationship. Okay, now not to knock the pieces that we've already seen, because these are wonderful timepieces, beautiful watches. You can't go wrong with these. But I will say this. This next piece is a little bit more exciting for me personally. This one I'm a little giddy about. I've held and handled, sold amazing pieces. Ones that are even more expensive than this one, many times over. But this one is like an all-time top 3 favorite of mine, and I love this watch. And so I'm so excited to show you guys. For me, personally, it's not just about what the watch is itself. It's more so about its wearability, the complications, the look. I mean, everything about it. I absolutely love this watch. From first look, of course, it's a Vacheron Constantin. It is a VC, and it comes in a really nice, beautiful, big, heavy box. But I'm not here to look at this box. I'm here to look at what's inside. Let's open this up. Wow. That is amazing. Guys, this is a 4300V. They call it a pink gold, but I'm gonna call it rose gold, just because personally, you got the Ever Rose, you got the rose gold, you got the pink gold, it's all rose gold. Now each brand does have their own proprietary blend, so it's a little bit different, but this is an absolute wow piece. Unbelievable. Ultra thin perpetual calendar. It's got beautiful open case back that, oh, you can't really see it? Well, not a big deal. We'll go ahead and just remove the bracelet, just like that. Now, Vacheron's known for that. They have the quick release system, but it really is exceptionally easy to take on and off. I have had people ask me the question before, like, oh, what happens if it somehow releases while it's on your wrist? That's never happened to anybody ever. The way that it's designed, you have to get your finger under there and you have to pull it in a very specific way to get it off. Now, it's very easy to do it that way, but it'll never come off of your wrist. That's never a concern. And if you notice, it hangs down perfectly like this at a 90-degree angle. The reason that that's significant is that if you're concerned, because this is a 41.5 millimeter, if you're concerned about the sizing, it's a little bit over that 41, which is, kind of your typical larger sizes for Rolex, for the Datejusts or the Submariners, but this fits on just about any wrist as far as I'm concerned, in my opinion, because of that right there. If you have a smaller wrist, if you have a little bit of a larger wrist, it really doesn't matter. It's a beautiful design. The weight of it, it's got very decent weight. It's not quite as heavy as, say, this Day-Date that I have on. It's not quite the same weight, but that's because this is an ultra thin. I mean, to fit a perpetual calendar into all of that is absolutely breathtaking. It's an absolute beauty of a watch. I love the deep blue. Let me turn around. Sorry, I'm looking at it myself. It's an absolute beauty of a watch. You have this deep blue dial, contrasted perfectly with this incredible rose gold. And I know that I'm talking this watch up, but man, I absolutely adore this piece. Now, if you're wondering how much we're selling this watch for, you're gonna have to reach out. I will say that there's a range. Okay, we're roughly in the $100,000 range. It's roughly around what this watch goes for. But if you were interested in this watch, if you're wanting to inquire about it just a little bit, feel free to reach out. I didn't say, but this one is also on consignment. The consigner has a particular price point that he's wanting to hit. I told him I don't want to bring a watch in that's not going to sell. We could bring stuff in, overprice it, overpromise and not deliver or underdeliver, but that's not really our business model. It's not what we're about. What we want to do is we want to bring a watch in with the certainty that if there's a buyer out there, we're going to find them. If we're going to sell this watch, we're going to sell it for a proper price point where we're not leaving money on the table. but we're not shooting for the moon to the point where it's never going to sell. You know, that's a part of what we do. We do our market analysis. We do our research. We figure out where the true market is on these pieces for the time that you send them in. It's part of our service. If you guys are wanting to do business with us, if you've thought about consigning, but you've had some reservations, maybe you've been thinking about it for a while, and you're like, hey, I kind of want to see, you know, how y'all's business model works and how you do things, or, you know, whatever it may be. You know, maybe you're ready to take that next step. So if you want to kind of explore what it's like working with us, selling, buying, trading, consigning, or if you need us to source a watch, whatever it may be, feel free to reach out. We'd love to work with you. We'd love to do business. So in the meantime, thank you for watching. Thank you for being along and coming along this journey with us. It's been a blessing. It's been amazing, and we're just so overwhelmed and thrilled with all the support that we've had from all you guys. It really does mean the world. So, and honestly, there's a lot of you that I'm talking to specifically, and you're watching this and you know that I'm talking to you. Thank you for all the kind words. Thank you for all the support. It's been an absolute pleasure. And so this is just the beginning. Mike and I appreciate you guys. We love you guys. We're going to turn this camera off and do all the dirty work. We're going to get all this into inventory. We're going to do all of our systems and do all of that. Thank you guys for tagging along with us, and yeah, we'll see you soon. We got this watch sold. This is the Patek 5167A. It wasn't in brand new condition, but it was in very good condition. We actually went ahead and sourced a couple of a multitude of different strap styles and things like that, so that when moments like this come where we sell the watch and we need to swap the strap and sell with an uncut strap, we're able to do that. So it's a very important thing to do whenever you bring watches like that in, including having Oyster Flex straps. So if you guys are concerned about if you send us a watch and it has an Oyster Flex strap or it has a cut Patek strap, and it's like, man, is it going to be able to sell it? And, you know, maybe I have a small wrist. It's going to, you know, it doesn't matter. We're able to bring it in. We're able to get those swapped out and do all that. We just got this one in. This one is the white gold Cookie Monster, is the silly nickname that it has, but it's the 126619LB, 41 millimeter. This is very heavy. It's got a lot of weight to it because this is, in fact, white gold, of course. But this is a fantastic watch. We're selling this one for $33,000. It's a 2021 full set. It's got everything, and it's in phenomenal condition. So if you guys have been interested in this watch in particular, it's a little bit of a low-key watch. You know, if you know, you know, but it's got a ton of weight to it. You can really tell when you're wearing it for yourself. But this one has white tag, has everything. So we got this one in. Now, this one is a sold order. It is a deal that we're only, you know, we're not making a whole lot on it. About $1,000 on it, which is not too bad. You know, you can't complain about profit, but I would have liked to have made a little bit more, but you know, you win some, you lose some. It was one that we had sourced for a client. This one we have a regular sized box. Let's kind of spin this around. Let's see what we got in, and it is, bam, Pepsi on Oyster. There was a lot of rumors of discontinuation. This, of course, was not discontinued. This one's in absolutely flawless condition, it seems, as it's supposed to be. To the client that is purchasing this, congratulations. Very, very happy that you were able to get the Pepsi, and I'm glad that it was not discontinued for your sake, because if it was, you'd be paying a lot more money for this watch. Fortunately, you're not. So this one is a newer year, and it's brand new condition. It sold for a little over 20. So, you know, we're excited to have gotten this one in. We didn't make an absolute fortune on this watch. You never do. But, you know, sometimes we hit bunts, sometimes we hit singles, sometimes we're, you know, strike out. I don't know. So we're going to actually be shipping this one out today after we do the processing. This Cookie Monster right here is, in fact, available. And then, of course, this Patek Philippe right here, this Aquanaut 5167A, and this one is, of course, going out today as well. Yeah, I'm very happy with the sales that we've had for the last few days. It's been very good, and we appreciate the business from you guys. Let's talk a little bit about what we can do to help you get this watch moved.
First time I work with you guys. For the Yamatsu 40 that I'm looking to move, because of the price you gave me, what would be your stock price or buy price?
Yeah, that was actually going to be the next point that I was going to make is like, look, I mean, when there's uncomfortability, I don't want to push consignment. You know, I could give you a buy offer as well. Remind me on the year of that yacht again, if you don't mind.
So it's September 2021.
Got it. Yeah.
Complete without the only thing missing is the white tag for this. It's brand new inside.
What I like to start with is this: if it were absolutely brand new, I like that it's a 2021 as opposed to a 2020 old card or something like that. It's good that it's a 2021. If we were to do an outright purchase on that, my expectation, especially given the fact of, you know, showcasing to you, like, look, I think we could consign around 13.5. You know, with that 10%, you're looking at like a 12,150 take home. Naturally, as a buy offer, I need to be lower than that 12,150, right? Now, being that it's a full set is good. Being that it's a 2021 is good. As a buy offer, I'm probably going to be somewhere around in the nature of 10.5, maybe 11. I could probably push it up to 11 potentially. Yeah, that's probably roughly where I would probably land. Obviously, I'm not going to bend over backwards to try to get this watch in. It's not a make or break for me. I want you to feel comfortable. If you don't, at the end of the day, that's your prerogative, and I'm not here to convince you otherwise. But with that said, I would love to work with you and make you feel comfortable as much as I can.
Yeah, no, for sure. I understand. 12 foot is not a lot. I know it's like another watches that you're more focused on. But yeah, I mean, I do have other watches that I'm looking to move as well. But obviously, I want to start with this one. So,
Sure.
How long do you, I don't hold you to it, but just from your experience with on the market now, how long do you think something like this would move around the 13.5 that you think?
Yeah, man, that's a tough question. You know, I think if we were a little bit more competitive on price, you know, let's say like 13, you know, I think that would probably get the ball rolling a little bit more. But, you know, at 13.5, we're really aiming for an end user that's wanting a summertime watch, has been eyeing the yacht for a while, you know, has really been seeking it and looking for one. I do think that there's a good chance that we could get this thing moved, but giving you an estimated time, that's tough. That really is. You know, if we were throwing out like 12.5, and it's like, hey, like we're gonna try to get this moved at 12.5. Man, I think I could get this thing moved ASAP. It really just comes down to your personal preference and how quickly you want to move it, how much money you want to retain and not leave on the table. And so it really just varies.
All right. So if we go the traditional route, the shipping there would be covered, and how long the term that you guys would ask for you guys?
So yeah, we try to be a little bit flexible. We do ask for 60 days.
Okay.
Now, if you said, you know, if a week went by, you said, hey man, I really would rather just have that watch back, we would just have you cover the shipping to get it back there. And that way, you know, I'm at a wash, you're at a wash, or you're not at a wash, you know, but I'm at a wash, I brought it in, paid for it, you paid for it to get it back.
Okay, understood. Sorry, I have another one that I was looking to go to. What do you see a two-tone Daytona shipping dial used?
What's the year on that one?
January 22.
Okay, so 2022. So the champagne dials do tend to be a little bit less desirable than, let's say, like a black dial. And overall, is it a diamond dial or is it?
No.
Just the regular markers, got it. Okay. The two-tone Daytonas alone tend to be a little bit slower movers, but they definitely move. People do buy them. It just takes the right buyer and it takes a little bit of time. The champagne dial adds a little bit of extra layer on that in terms of movability time-wise. You know, I'm seeing these move anywhere between the 20 and like the 20,000, maybe $20,500 range, 20,500. I mean. And so that's kind of the rough estimated price range, but there's not a lot of these out there. And so if someone is looking for one, you know, we're going to have it. And so that kind of gives us a little bit of leverage. So there's kind of a give and take on those.
Yeah, I see this. You can send me the time agreement. I'll take a look at it, but maybe just start with the yacht hatch.
Sure, yeah. Let me go ahead and I can send it over your way just to confirm at gmail.com.
Correct.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'll send this your way. You can look it over and you know, let me know if you need anything else from me. But yeah, man, if you decide to move forward, I'd be more than happy to, you know, make you or take you through the next steps, get you paid out once this thing sells. But you know, in the meantime, look it over and let me know if you have any questions. Okay.
Will do. Thanks, Josh. Appreciate it.
All right, brother. Appreciate your time. Bye bye.